All right, so now that we're out here just kind of like with Walker just sharing his just open-hand thought process. So I kind of thought that like this kind of investment requires de-algorithmic thinking. I do not want to be searching for people who are going to attempt to tell me what to do. I'm looking for people who are going to attempt to make so much money that they won't even attempt to. Rather, they will attempt to simply help themselves make the most money by helping me in turn. And that requires, de-algorithmic thinking. Algorithmic thinking in, like this deterministic play space of both YouTube as well as reality, it generally like falls into a couple of different meaningful traps, and one of the biggest traps that dumb money tends to fall into is they do think algorithmically, and so they will rely upon robots to find things like this. Whereas I understand like logically the people who are thinking de-algorithmically, they're not going to apply a robot as a filter to an investment opportunity. They're going to apply humans. They're going to apply people who are going to actually look where the robots aren't. They're going to look where there is investment opportunity, where like there's public information but no one is actually utilizing it. And so I figured that like using logical deduction, that my best opportunity to attempt to chum the waters was to try to find a way to become as de-algorithmic as possible. And so that kind of like exposes me also to the element of mind reading in the room, that like I thought about it and I'm like, well, the people who mostly want to take like the normal sized wins, they mostly want money from the perspective of like earthly possessions. In case it is unclear from all of my content, and when if we ever meet my appearance, I kind of really don't care about that. When we get to my appearance, we will talk about that, but I want that to be a creative expression element with Amplitude. But I figured that like from a specific perspective, the people who I want to work with are the people who want victories, not numbers. And if I can give them a large enough victory, then they will be applying human effort to this thing, and therefore, like, we can attempt to use invisibility theory to like communicate de-algorithmically across space. So I want to learn more like ways to very easily logic things like that from you guys, because I know you know so much stuff. Like you have demonstrated it very clearly on the market, I think. And so the more that you teach me, not in terms of like secret tips, I don't want to hear any of those. I want to hear your thought process. I want to be able to read your mind.